I was in the United States Navy for 23 years. I joined the Navy in 1983, about a year after I graduated from high school. I was a drill instructor, which was probably one of the greatest things that I was able to do. I really enjoyed that immensely. After I retired from the Navy, I worked as a recruiter, as an on-premise recruiter for Aerotech. I did that for about 18 months. It was a contract position. Then after that, I was actually unemployed. I was a volunteer still at that time at the Block Family Library at Raleigh Hospital. While I was there, I was actually encouraged by Deana Vincent, who is still the librarian there, to become a librarian. I always loved books, right? I have a ton of books. I had book plates. I had my books cataloged. And when I went there, I did that probably for about 2.5 years. And she said, "Greg, have you ever thought about being a librarian?" And it never crossed my mind. It's amazing how just one sentence or one person could give you an idea of what you want to do in life. So I applied, got accepted, and then I just went from there. My 12th year was June 24th. I started off as an hourly library assistant substitute at Warren, so that was actually my first assigned branch. I had my MLS at the time, but that was the position that I came into the library system with. After that, I went to the Central Library as a reference librarian, became the manager of the Decatur branch for about 2.5 years. After I left Decatur, I was the manager of the Lawrence branch for 4 years. But during that time, I also had an interim opportunity as the mid-region area resource manager. So then I went back to Lawrence. And then after that, I was the area resource manager for the East region for a little bit over 2 years. And then I was the interim chief public services officer for a little over 2 years. And then I'm in the position that I'm in now. I've been married to my wife, Lisa, for 39 years in August the 4th, and I have 3 children. My oldest is my daughter, then I have a son, is my middle son, and then my youngest daughter, and then I have 4 grandchildren. In my free time, I love college football. It's my favorite, Notre Dame. I love professional football as well. Sporting events is probably my favorite thing, but I do like a good movie. I also like, to catch up on some reading. I'm currently reading a book called The Good Life. It just talks about what makes for a good life. We mostly think that it's a job, our health, which are great things, but the number one indicator of a great life is the relationships and the friendships that you have with other people. Getting out and meeting people in the community, people that's interested in the library and our mission and what we do, has probably been the greatest so far. And for the folks who've been in my office before, you would notice on my desk, there's like 50 or 60 cards. And believe it or not, most of those are from patrons from my interactions that I've had with them. I would say one of my favorites was when I was at the Decatur branch. I had helped a patron with a job search. I helped her with a resume, her cover letter, and she was able to get a job. And she gave me a nice handwritten card, so I thought that was very thoughtful, and I really appreciated it. We want the Indianapolis Public Library to be a third place. We connect people to resources. We connect people to people. It's a great place for the community to come in and learn about not only the city of Indianapolis, but lifelong learning in general. Everything we provide is free. So I think that as an institution, we have done a lot of great work, and I think we still have, work to do, but just a place of resources for the community. My vision for the Indianapolis Public Library is based off of the strategic plan that we have in place now. My vision is for us to be a welcome and inclusive community, being a hub for health resources, employment opportunities and career opportunities for both patrons and staff, for us to be leaders in innovation and technology, bringing in new patrons, intellectual freedom, and then also a safe work environment for our staff, patrons, and our volunteers. I feel that we are a welcoming and inclusive community, but what we can do to further that is just to make sure that we provide services and programs to our diverse population. One of the things that we've recently done is we've added some accessibility workstations at some of the locations, and by the end of the year, we should have accessibility workstations at all the locations. So I think that's a great way of showing that we are a welcoming and inclusive environment to all. My goal for the Indianapolis Public Library is to be a hub for health resources. That's databases, referrals. We do have a social worker on staff, so that's been great, being able to provide resources. We're looking at the partnerships we have with Indy Parks, making sure that the kids during the summer have a place to go and have a meal. With the Marion County Health Department, they have been working with us for several years. One of the things that we do in particular that's been very helpful is the vaccination clinics that they provide. So just trying to make sure that we're helping the community, and not so much that we're providing the services, but we're providing the resources for our patrons to live a more healthy lifestyle. We have job centers throughout the Indianapolis Public Library. If there's not one at your local location, then there's one at another location. We provide assistance with job searching and any other assistance that's required by the patron to help them be successful in the job search. We have a partnership with Comcast where we recently gave away 10 laptops to 10 lucky patrons at the East 38th Street branch. We also have North Star Digital Literacy, which is available to staff and patrons. You can go on there and you can learn at your own pace. So that's a great opportunity. Right now, we have 5 locations, but we are going to every location will have North Star Digital. I also love mentorship. I developed the career development program, and that's just where staff can come in and they can sit down and they can talk with some senior staff and talk to us about their career goals and their path. And we're here to help just guide them in the right direction and get them on to path to success. We never know what the new next innovation is going to be, but we want to be prepared for whatever that may be. 3D printing is a big thing. Coding classes for our juvenile, teen, and adult patrons. And just looking forward to what's on the horizon and just making sure that we are moving in the direction of innovation and technology. Right now, we are in the process of working with IPS schools to bring on 13 new schools in our shared system. And I believe next year we plan on bringing on 12 new schools. Not only do we have IPS as a partner, but we have a lot of schools in the Indianapolis, Marion County area that we partner with. Shared system is just a system that allows access to our catalog, and it allows our patrons access to the school's catalog. And those cards can be used at the schools and they can be used at all 25 locations. We also aim to serve underserved communities and provide them with programs and services. And one of the ways we do that is with the Bookmobile. The Bookmobile, it makes stops at fairs, they go to schools, senior apartments, they go to sporting events. They do a lot with the community. So that's just another way that we like to provide, programs and services. We've been around for 150 years. Intellectual freedom encompasses the ability to hold, receive, and disseminate information to our patrons, regardless of their point of view. And that's something that we've been doing for a very long time. And that's something that's important not only to me, but to all the patrons, to all the staff and people that visit the public library, that they can receive information without any restrictions. The library is a safe place, and we want to make sure that it's always a safe place. For staff, we want to make sure that it's a place for collaboration. It's a place for personal growth. It's a place that every day when you come in, you can feel like your best interest is at hand, and that the library is a safe place for you to come and work. And not only for you to come and work, but for our patrons to come and enjoy our many resources, our services, and the programs that we provide on a daily basis.